So today we're going to show you highlights from the One Love Manchester concert that Ariana Grande put together in the aftermath of the terrorist attack at her concert back in May.
Oh, okay.
I watched the whole thing. The whole thing live, 100% while it was happening. It was beautiful.
We wish we could, but we can't show close to enough of the over 3-hour concert as we want there to be time to also discuss what happened. So here's a selection from the concert and then we'll talk more about it.
For sure.
I want to thank you so much for coming together and being so loving and strong and unified.
No, Ariana, we love you. We're here with you.
I love you guys so much, and I think that the kind of love and unity that you're displaying is the medicine that the world really needs right now. So I want to thank you for being just that.
She's so adorable.
It is like really brave of her to do something like that.
It's gonna be rough for her to come back to the match so soon, too.
It's not easy to always choose love, is it?
Oh, Katy Perry.
That's cool that like Katy Perry came out too.
It can be the most difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
But love conquers fear and love conquers hate.
It does.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath.
Aw.
Get to rock the boat and make.
Yes, Katie.
So I said quiet.
Oh, the little ribbons, like the bunny ears.
I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the.
I like how everyone knows the lyrics to everything. Everyone's singing together. They're like united.
I got the eye of the time.
It's such a great song.
Dang, there's so many people.
A lot of people showed up. That's sick. That's cool.
And you're gonna hear me roar.
Classic Katy Perry.
So great.
Good song choice.
The back of her dress, it's like the photos of the victims from the attack.
They got this thing together so fast, too. Look at that.
It's the best thing that they could do after something like that. Just like promoting love and coming together.
It's not so much the performance for me, it's the message of all those people showing up.
Miley.
Oh, this was one of my favorite parts of the show.
You can see the hurt in Ariana Grande's face.
I like this song.
Nickelodeon, Disney together. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Must feel a tough performing right now, especially knowing like what happened at our last show. Like mentally, like I give her a lot of credit for being able to go up there and do this again.
People care, they care about each other. And it's nice to see celebrities do it. I know some people might think, oh, it's like PR, but I mean, the ends justify the means. They're helping out the families, and that's great.
Now, the song we've chosen to do for you guys, we wrote together a few years ago.
A little mix, right?
In the hopes that it would empower people to stand together and to not let anything bring them down. Manchester, this is Wings.
I love that all these people came out.
It's crazy how many people showed up for this.
Is Little Mix the new Spice Girls?
They're good though.
Music does unite people.
I'm glad so many big stars showed up for it.
My mama don't like you and she likes.
Who's that? Oh, Bieber.
Wow, so there are a lot of artists that came to this.
To admit that
I love this song.
I do enjoy this song.
so caught up in my job. I didn't see what's going on, but now
He sounds so good live.
I'm better.
Acoustic? Damn.
I don't say if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself.
Well, I mean, we should all love each other, really.
This type of lineup only happens when you have something like Coachella. So the fact that for a benefit concert, all these people came through, like, it's really cool.
Oh, this song was like my jam.
So many people.
Wow, so many people.
I'm just gonna start clapping like I'm there.
Black Eyed Peas.
Like that song is the perfect song to sing at something like this.
Almost thought I said I love My Chemical Romance for a second.
Oh my my gosh.
Great set list. Really, like, great songs.
You can tell from Ariana, like, it's hard for her to be out there still a raw nerve, but that entire audience she has a bond with now that she can't, she's connected with them forever.
Now you gonna bring the kids?
Oh, this is one I heard about.
I cannot imagine singing so good with all those emotions in your heart.
Must have been a sob fest. I'm like sitting here and I'm like holding back.
It's hard to watch, considering that a lot of the victims are of that age.
When the tears come streaming down your face.
Coldplay.
Who wasn't there?
You can't replace.
It's a really big concert. There's like a lot of artists.
Let's go together behind.
That's so great.
Goosebumps.
Could you imagine? Like, really, could you imagine being there? That'd be so cool.
And then the confetti.
It's like the ultimate, like, heartstring song.
The atmosphere itself must have been crazy just being there.
Wow. to be able to have been a part of that or to be in the crowd, like that's life-changing.
It's so commendable that they took time to raise money for these families. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
She handled it like a pro.
Aw, that's cool. I like how they're all up there together.
That's awesome.
Like, being an artist and seeing everyone in the crowd singing your song must be so sick.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was really good.
The most powerful thing was like she got all these people together, artists, and it was not only in Manchester, like it affected everyone.
It's hard to stay positive with these type of things, but that's really the only thing you can do. Like, there's nothing wrong with grieving. What I really appreciate is that, like, the whole I guess message of the concert was like love and unity. Like, out of this tragedy, we're not gonna let these like bad people divide us.
Got me all crying and carrying on. You get something like this to be very uplifting for people, because you don't know when your time is coming,
So for those that aren't aware, on May 22nd, a suicide bombing occurred at Manchester Arena in England following a concert by Ariana Grande.
Yes.
In response, Grande organized this benefit concert featuring dozens of massive artists with all of the proceeds going to the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about the decision by Ariana Grande to come back to Manchester so quickly after this tragedy, and how all of these artists came together for this?
I think that's so cool of her. Like, it's so brave.
It's absolutely fearless of her. I even like the way that she dressed. It was like jeans and a sweatshirt, and it wasn't about her.
No one can tell her, hey, it's too soon, because she was there. She was there. It's her decision. If she feels it's the right thing to do, to make that statement of, you can't shake us, then good for her.
The fact that so many young children were killed in this type of thing, and like, Ariana Grande is like a household name. So when you see someone attacked or tarnished like that, people are like, no man, like this is like the good in the world. We need to come back and help out. The fact that she did this, to me, like more than her music, shows something like her character is like amazing.
Well, for so many years now, and even recently since this tragedy, there continues to be terrorist attacks across so many parts of the world. Can you speak to, as an adult in the US today in 2017, how you view what's happening in the world and how it impacts you?
I'm not so jaded and callous that it doesn't affect me. I have brothers that I take care of, and if they wanted to go see like their first concert, like that hit me. It's like, that could have been my brothers. I talk to my brothers about all kinds of safety. As being like people of color in this climate, I talk to them about every kind of scenario because they need to know.
What's happening with the world? Like, when is this gonna end? I'm very maternal. So like when I saw this, I'm like, this is a kids concert. Like, these are children, parents, kids that have a future. Like, I'm like, what is gonna happen? It has to stop.
Before the news gets it, we're already seeing it on Twitter. We're already seeing people like live streaming these things. That pushes these evil people to do it more because I think it gives them a platform too. The benefit concert, I think, took the best approach. We gotta instill like this positivity, this happiness, this love in people. And I honestly think that's like the best approach.
It definitely impacts me a little bit different being in law enforcement. I get the emails, you know, the terrorist intel emails, the minute that happened. The civilian aspect, it's tough because you want to be safe, but then you don't want to show fear.
On the Western side, we see these things once in a while and we're so like shocked. And then like my background being from like the Middle East and South Asia and like looking at the news every day because that's where my parents are from, it's like 60 dead in Syria, 80 died today from a bombing in Afghanistan. So it's sad to see, but like it's like a numbed news now.
Every time something like this happens, I think the best way to describe it, it's more like identity theft, where it's like someone takes some aspect of you, in this case your religion, and does something in the name of that religion. And then you have to deal with the people who say, oh, this is what your religion says. This is one of the first times where like I was reading articles and reading comments of people, and people weren't really pointing fingers and saying, oh, like, hey, the Muslims are at it again, or like, no, they're like focusing on the whole, this will not divide us, this, you know, we still love each other, we're still human to each other. And that's really awesome to see that.
So when tragedies like this happen, you have what Ariana decided to do, to come right back to the same city in defiance. Others go out in vigils to stand together, some speak out, and some feel helpless as if there isn't anything that they can do. Can you speak to what you do when these tragedies occur?
Well, I think everybody handles tragedy, death differently. When things like this usually happen, I usually feel sad, and then I get angry. And then from anger comes activism, and change happens that way.
People are gonna do what they wanna do. All you can really do is like, I don't know, just like focus on yourself and love the people around you and just like appreciate every day that you have.
The idea that you can't do anything is a little bit defeated. I think that you can do something, even if on the smaller scale. Try to extinguish any hate, even in the smaller instances.
There is a mourning process for sure to understand and digest what happened, but for me personally, always come back stronger, because stepping back it's a road to nowhere.
I go into law enforcement mode. I start telling, why did they attack that spot? Is there a political reason? Who was it? It might not be a Middle Eastern or, you know, a Muslim terrorist attack, or, you know, it might be a white nationalist, you know, like the one in Portland. You don't jump to any conclusions, and you just wait, and then you just have to process the grief the best way you can.
It can sound a little bit cliche because, you know, people will say, you know, we want the terrorists to know that they didn't, you know, make us afraid as a nation to stop, but it's a true thing. Like, I don't not go to the movies. I definitely don't think we should stop our lives and get holed up into the house, because, you know, that is what they want.